All right, let's talk about a season of anime that did something, well, kinda crazy. We're diving into Overlord Season 2, a season that basically told its main character to take a hike for a while, and believe it or not, it was all the better for it.
I mean, just read that. It's such a wild statement, isn't it? The main guy, the literal overlord, pretty much vanishes for huge parts of the story. And yet, his presence, his power, it just looms over everything. Every single scene is kind of shaped by him, even when he's nowhere to be found. It's genius, really.
So yeah, that's the big question, right? On paper, this sounds like a total disaster. But Overlord Season 2 doesn't just pull it off. It absolutely nails it. See, the whole thing is built on three main pillars that make the world feel so much bigger and make Ainz's return to the spotlight feel like a massive event. Let's dig into the first one.
Okay, so pillar number 1. It all starts, funnily enough, not in some epic throne room, but way out in the swamps with a bunch of lizardmen. And this, right here, is where the show flexes its world-building muscles.
Now, let's be real for a second. When the show suddenly pivoted to lizard politics, I think a lot of us were like, what's happening here? It could have been so boring. But what we got instead was this incredibly tense, desperate fight for survival that had a much bigger point to it.
And here's why it worked so well. For the first time, we're not seeing the great tomb of Nazarick from the inside looking out. We're seeing it from the perspective of its victims. We get to feel the pure, hopeless dread of facing down one of Ainz's guardians, like Cocytus. Suddenly, this isn't just Ainz's power fantasy anymore. For everyone else, it's a straight-up horror story. It expands the world and raises the stakes in a way that just following Ainz around never could.
And that brings us to our second pillar. We're shifting gears from the swamps to the big city, and we're zooming in from an entire race of lizardmen to just one guy, the butler, Sebastian.
You know, this whole arc feels like you flipped the channel to a completely different show, and that's a great thing. It turns into this dark, gritty crime thriller. You got human trafficking, corrupt nobles, back-alley brawls. It just adds this whole new layer to the world of Overlord.
But the real meat of this story is Sabaz's inner conflict. I mean, think about it. He's an NPC. He was literally programmed for one thing: unconditional loyalty to Ainz. But then he's put in this impossible situation where he has to choose. Does he follow his code, or does he follow the sense of justice his creator gave him and save an innocent person? Watching this artificial being wrestle with morality and choose humanity, that's what you call top-tier character development.
And now for the grand finale, the third and final pillar of the season. This is where everything comes together in one massive, brilliant, and totally deceptive master plan, cooked up by Nazarick's resident evil genius, Demiurge.
I love this description because the whole plan is pure theater. Demiurge basically invents this grand new, super terrifying villain, the demon emperor Jaldabaoth, and just unleashes absolute chaos on the Re-Estai's kingdom. His performance is so good, so terrifying, it sends the entire country into a panic. This was never just about conquering, it was about controlling the story.
And the genius of it is just how simple the steps are. Step 1, create a problem so huge nobody can solve it. Step 2, bring in your own hero, Ainz's adventurer disguised Momon, to be the one who stands up to the problem. And boom, Step 3, you've just cemented Ainz's reputation as a world-saving hero in the minds of everyone. It's not a war, it's 4D chess. It's about winning hearts and minds by scaring them half to death first.
So you take all three of these pieces, right? You've got the terrifying world building from the Lizardmen arc, the incredible character deep dive with Sabas, and Demiurge's brilliant political theater. You put them all together, and what you get is a really, really special season of anime.
In the end, the season made a gamble. It sacrificed screen time for its most popular character, but what it got in return was a world that felt enormous, dangerous, and truly alive. It proved that sometimes a character's shadow can be way more powerful than their actual presence.
So, for making that incredibly bold choice, and for pulling off three completely different, totally compelling stories so flawlessly, yeah, the verdict is easy. This is a solid A-tier season. No question.
But I've got to know what you think. Which part of this season really stuck with you the most? Were you all in on the world building with the Lizardman and seeing Nazarick from the outside? Or were you totally hooked by Sebas's moral journey in the capital? It's a tough call, and I think that's exactly what makes this season so great.